Welcome back, people, to I call this a special because I've always wanted to try border decoration and do decoration. I'd like to get to the point where I could do then finished pieces of writing with decoration, border decoration. So I'm going to have my first attempt at doing that today. The tools I'm using is a pen, a pencil, that Macron tool to do circles, 2 paintbrushes, a liner, and some watercolours, a rare earth collection. I can't remember where I got that from. Either way, let's put these aside. So we don't need them at the moment. Put these aside. Let me show you what I'm thinking about doing first, or an idea anyway. And then I'm going to do my version of it. And I found this thing in here. If I can just find it for you quickly, find something. I think it's not far off. It's a bit like these things at the sides, like these effigies at the side, like a nice decoration at the side to the text. If I can find the other one I just saw. Look at that, people. Imagine that as your border decorated. But if I can find the other one, the one that I said, oh, I must show. There it is. There it is, people. Imagine that as your border. So I'm going to give this a go, but not copy this directly. I'm going to do my version of it. Now, what do I want to do it on? Now, I thought to myself, do I do it on this paper, the aqua markers, which is like, it's good. It does what I want it to. It's like a rough paper, and it does accept watercolour. So I'm thinking doing watercolour on that side. And you know what I mean? It does take it, and it does lie flat. And from what I can remember, it does take this ink as well. But does it blodge? No, it doesn't. So you can actually write on it, and you can do some nice bit of writing on it. Do you know what I mean? It does take the ink quite nice. So I might do it on this paper, or I might do it on the alcohol paper, which is the other. If I flip the book over, my sketch pad, if I flip it over, we've got alcohol markers, and I think this paper is quite nice. It works quite well. I've already done a little test for the thingy, for the pen. You can see that, and it does take watercolour, and it's a nice smooth paper. It's smoother than that one, so that's why I'm thinking alcohol markers. I might just do it just straight on here, people. I won't even take the pad out, because the idea was that I would buy myself. I don't like this ring binder. One thing about doing is getting a new sketch pad with alcohol paper, or paper like this, smooth. I think this is let me just check. This is the alcohol marker paper, 200 GCM. I'm assuming it says it there, sketch pad. I think it's acid free. I don't know, but either way, I want to try and find out more details about this paper and work out. It's got to be smooth for the writing. So I'm going to buy a sketch pad without the rings. Do you know what I mean? So that it lies flat. I'd like it to lie flat. Then I can do a border design, and then instead of sketches inside a sketch pad, or drawings or paintings, I would have, yes, a border style, and then I'd write poem, or I would write some script in the new handwriting style that I've now taught myself. That's the idea. And then I fill my sketch pad full of writings and border styles. Let's try border style now, so you can see me do my first ever try. Give us that pencil. Give us this. We're going to be using this cut off as our guide. Let's give that a 1 centimeter gap here, gently pressing on the pad. We're going to give a gentle 1 centimeter there. We're going to push a line across it, and that's where I'm going to put my first edge of the when are we there, and there. Looks good enough as a rough. Yeah, it's a sketch pad. I'm too modern about this. This is my first ever try, so I don't worry too much for it. Now, how big do you want the borders? Do you know what I mean? How big do you put them? No one really gives you a guide, so I think 3 centimeters should do, so I'm going to go 3 centimeters from that line, and then 3 centimeters from this line. You can mix and match them and change what you want to achieve. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully you can see all this. You can't see all of it, of course, because the camera's got to be in a certain position. But either way, people, let's try this, nice and gentle. So there's my first border. All I've got to do now is, if you can't see this yet, but then I'm going to sketch like not a vine, but like not lily, what we call poison ivy all the way down, and then do something. But while I wait, before I start sketching that out, well, I was thinking of another type. So imagine this a circle. I might do 2, one over here and one over here. I don't know whether the gaps are right. So either way, I'm going to pop this down. I ain't bothered about the writing. We're not doing any writing sort of thing. I can't get the pencil in without the camera seeing it. So I'm going to do this off camera so I can actually do it. Not too bad. You can see that. Let's go in there. No, a bit smaller. Yeah, okay, that's good. Let's put a circle in there. As a rough guide, it's a sketch pad, you see. So it's not too bad if it doesn't quite work out the way that I want it to. And then, basing it on that circle, which is 5.5 centimeters depth. So if we go 5 and it's got to be 2.5 and a bit. So 2.5 and a bit is centre. Okay, now we've got centre. If we then if we use that as a centerpiece, and we make our line, our next bit of the line anyway, 1 centimeter depth, we're going to have this line and this line, so 1 centimeter across it. Okie dokie, I'm going to get that to do that. But either way, I'm going to just do it by eye, people, I think. Yeah, it's not too bad. Looks good to me. As a tester, people, as a tester, it doesn't have to be perfect. Well, that line is there, and that is 1 centimeter across from it. I'll just put it down here, people. There, 1 centimeter. It has to be 2 centimeters across. You'd have plumb. There it is. So, 2. There it is. Hopefully, people, this turns out the way that I've got it in my head. And then, with the rubber, we're going to rub out these centerpieces inside the circle. So the circle's at the top. This is my plan anyway. Yeah. And then inside that, I can do all kinds of wonderful things, can't I? Let me just get the bin out, people. Hang on. I don't want rubber everywhere. So now we've got this lovely circle and a band going through it. Do you know what I mean? So if I can zoom in on this bit, you can see that I've got this like line. You see I've got this circle and then this bit here. Okay, and then this bit here. And then you create an effigy of some kind in there, like a ribbon maybe. Like, I think a ribbon would do this, wouldn't it? It's got to go at a slight angle. And then this comes out like this. Something of that nature anyway, isn't it? And then this, I think, has to come at a slight angle, but then leave a curve around, like this. And then this comes up, I think, and then this has to come out like that, I think, ish, ish. And then you've got to replicate that on the other side. So this has to come up a little bit. You come around, this comes around, and then this comes out, like that. Something of that nature, indeed. Probably a bit more there then. I think once I've got you get the gist anyway of what I'm trying to achieve, and then you create a border. let's do the ivy if I can. So I was thinking about doing like a vine first. So nice thing going down here like this. I'll do it rough for this part of the video. I'm going to try and get as close to that line as possible, but giving it some depth, and so the vine itself it's not too bad. And then you bring leaves in of this nature. So you bring a little leaf in. Probably a bit wider there, Bill. Not too bad. Do you know what I mean? It sort of works for me. They're not quite on there. I don't mind it coming off a little bit. I don't mind it looking a bit iffy, but not too bad, people. Okay. And then we'll have another one here. I don't mind it even coming over a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't mind it coming off out of the actual border straight bits, as long as it looks like a vine. And it looks okie dokie. Because it doesn't look good, no point in doing it, is it? I think it'll look pretty. I think this is looking quite nice. I think it eventually will. I mean, you've got to put so many in to make it look realistic and change the shapes of it. Oh, probably. Yeah, I went a bit AY there, Bill. Not too bad. Yeah, a bit iffy on that one. I'm doing it as a test to people, so if I make mistakes, I ain't too bothered about it, people. I just ain't bothered about it. That's better, you can see it now. Let's go down a bit further, just for the sake of the video. Oh, well, the first part of it anyway. I'm going to skip to the second part, people, when I complete these two, and then when I've completed these two all the way down, I'm going to ink them up and then show you the final result at the end. Hopefully it looks kind of snazzy. Do you know what I mean? It looks kind of cool. Nice big leaves all the way down, I like it. So I'm going to carry on doing the sketching and finish this off and probably fix this crap. And then ink it up and then show you my first ever attempt at the end when I've inked it all up. So I'll see you guys in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, people. Well, that was an eye-opener. Basically, this is what I ended up with, and well, I'll give you my thoughts and then you can put your comments in there or hit me a like and let me know what you think. But it's not bad, is it? I like it, people. I do like it. I do think this is more of a success than this one. I don't like the colours I've used there. I'm liking the blue and this, that, and the other. Is watercolour the right thing to do? I mean, where's those things gone? I could have used these colours, couldn't I? Looking at on the hindsight, because these are vibrant against these would be perfect. Do you know what I mean? That colour is bright. That yellow is bright. So I could have used these. There's the blue. Let's try the blue against that. Look how striking that is. Do you know what I mean? So, and against this paper, it's beautiful. It dries quite nice. That was an afterthought. I thought, oh, I could have used them, couldn't I? And then it would have been a crisper, solid colour, like you can see there. But either way. But then you wouldn't have got that painted feel about the finished product. I don't think I did the leaves very well. Let me zoom in on the leaves for you. Can you see what I mean? It looks like a hand-drawn thing, and yes, it is hand-drawn, hand-painted, and I think I've learnt a lot by trying this out for the first time. But let me know what you think, people. I think my version, my opinion is this is more successful than this one. I know now that if I do the city design again, I might change it a little bit. But I think this one's more successful, and I can have another try and another try and another try, different border styles with like foliage and going down the nature route. That's me plan. Okay, that's my plan. So let me know what you think, people, and I'll look forward to your comments and your likes, and yeah, please let me know what you think. So thanks very much for watching, and goodbye.